One UI 7 is slowly making its way across all of Samsung's flagship devices in the form of beta. But for some reason, the final version of One UI 7 on the S25 Ultra doesn't have the same feature set as the beta testing on the other ones. Why? Let's go. About a week or two ago, I compared the state of One UI 7 across multiple different devices. Final versions and betas across the S25 Ultra, all the way down to the A56 and the devices in between. And I was confused by what I found. The saving grace for the S25 series was that it had the full suite of Galaxy AI available. But this week, that changed. The Galaxy Z Flip 6, the Fold 6, and the S24 series all got updated to various levels of beta that included the full suite of Galaxy AI. Audio Eraser, Sketch to Image, and the new Generative Edit were all there. The only one that wasn't there was the Now Brief. So I want to compare the final version of One UI 7 from the S25 Ultra to the different levels of beta in their performance when it comes to Galaxy AI. Starting with the Flip 6. The Flip 6 received beta 3 earlier this week, and with it brought pretty much near parity of Galaxy AI functions. Going through the settings list of Galaxy AI, it's pretty much the same minus the Now Brief, as I said, but everything else is identical. But whilst the functions exist, doesn't mean they're going to perform the same. So I want to do a side-by-side comparison of the performances of the Flip 6 to the S25 Ultra, 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy versus 8 Elite for Galaxy. Starting with Generative Edit. I took a photo on the Flip 6 using Flex Cam, where I covered my face with my hand and my arm, and then I wanted to make sure I used that same photo on both phones. The first attempt that I tried, I stupidly just removed my hand and it gave me no hand, but my arm was still there. Whilst it was comparable in performance, I wanted to do it properly. So I went back and did it again and removed my hand and my arm. Whilst we're here too, the UI of Generative Edit has been updated to be exactly the same. All the options down the bottom, and you can cycle through them, and the way you select is the same as well. The S25 Ultra finished this test first, although not that drastically in front, just a little bit. But then the output results were pretty much the same. The Flip 6, very impressive as it's done the exact same thing as the S25 Ultra has done. And that's the one that's everyone's sort of used to go viral. I also tried one which is probably more useful with people in the background. And what's nice is the Flip 6 has also got that little toggle to automatically select photobombers in the background. And with this removal, they completed the task at the exact same time. There was no disparity here in one finishing earlier than the other. They both finished, and you can see even from the results that it's pretty much the same as well. Now, this process of removal is using a combination of both cloud and on-device processing, and I just wonder if the Flip 6, because of the inferior processor, is using more cloud versus on-device, and that's maybe what it's allowing it to be sort of the same. But at least on the surface level, they're identical. So far, no performance drops on the older flagship compared to the newer one with the Galaxy AI functions that I've tested so far. But this is where parity is about to change, and not in the way you might think. Maybe in the way you might think based on the title. Like I did with Generative Edit to test Audio Eraser, I filmed a clip on the Flip 6. Here is the original clip. This is going to be a test for Audio Eraser. I'm going to test two things. Firstly, I just want to see how well it can work on the Z Flip 6. I've got the air conditioner on, I've got construction noise outside. There's a bit happening, so hopefully they can both remove it. So what I'll do is I'll play the original clip, and you guys can see that. And then I want to sort of play how the S25 Ultra removed it, and then see how the Z Flip 6 did it. But first I want to see how fast they can sort of analyze the sound and then remove the sound from the clip and save the copy. Very curious. And as I mentioned in the clip, I want to test the performance, not necessarily how it does in removing it, but actually the speed of it. So I did that, and this is where that surprise takes place. When you hit save, copy, and save edits on the Flip and S24 Ultra respectively, the Flip just absolutely wipes the floor with it. There is not even a contest here. I'm very, very surprised and baffled, and I can't quite figure out how it's doing this. But then I wanted to just do it again, just to maybe make sure maybe it was a fluke. So I did it again with a more complex video, one that has louder background noise, but also one that is longer and was shot on the S25 Ultra. So I made sure they both had the same clip loaded. It's almost 2 minutes long. And then you go in analyzes the sounds, and then you've got to sort of remove them and then save it. And again, from the start of the entire export to the end, the Flip 6 is miles ahead. I cannot believe this difference in performance from last year's phone to this year's one. And maybe we'll see it improve in performance on the S25 Ultra via an update. But the fact the final version of oneui is so much slower at it than a beta is concerning. Maybe. It's good for the Flip guys, that's for sure. But is the output different? Like, are they maybe processing more on the S25 Ultra and that's why it's taking longer? Let's take a listen. This is going to be a test for Audio Eraser. I'm going to test two things. Firstly, I just want to see how well it can work on the Z Flip 6. I've got the air conditioner on, I've got construction noise outside. There's a bit happening, so hopefully they can both remove it. So what I'll do is I'll play the original clip, and you guys can see that. And then I want to sort of play how the S25 Ultra removed it, and then see how the Z Flip 6 did it. But first I want to see how fast they can sort of analyze the sound and then remove the sound from the clip and save the copy. If there's a difference, it's not much at all, but you let me know in the comments below. There's one more thing I wanted to test from a performance standpoint. The Flip 6 still can't shoot in log, but it can view log in the gallery, but it also can't correct the color. So S25 Ultra still has an advantage there for now. The drawing assist there is also changed on the Flip 6. It's now the same as the S25 Ultra, and the performance is the same. There's no difference in disparity. Maybe the output's different, but again, that's just the cloud doing different interpretations at the same time. That's not a performance thing. So that was the Flip 6. What about the S24 Ultra? Just the other day, this got beta 6, which we're hoping is the last one. And with it, it has brought the same Galaxy AI updates and improvements that the Flip got and the S25 Ultra has to here, again, minus the now brief. So I wanted to do the same tests here because maybe the foldable was a fluke. It was a one-off. So I've gone and retested everything again on this time on the Ultra versus Ultra. Starting with Generative Edit again, it's slightly different photos, but you get the point. With the removal of my arm, it completed it at the same time. No difference. And in the output as well, also no difference. Okay, I did a photobomber photo, and again, same sort of toggle was there. The S25 Ultra was a fraction earlier, but not enough to sort of make a big song and dance about it. And the output again was the same. Then it came time for Audio Eraser again, time to see if the Flip was an anomaly. I used the same clip on both, not the same one as before, of my son talking in the backyard about football. Here's the original clip so you can get an idea of it. We're going to take 10 shots aiming for the same corner.
We're going to take 10 shots aiming for the same corner.
See if you can beat me.
See if you can beat me.
And then it was time to test the performance. Again, keeping all things equal, I hit save at the exact same time with the same amount of noise reduction applied. And again, the S24 Ultra with the 8 Gen 3 for Galaxy is so much faster than the 8 Elite for Galaxy on the S25 Ultra. This just has to be a software optimization thing on the S25 Ultra that's making it be slower. Either way, it's wild to see in person and probably on a phone screen. We're going to take 10 shots aiming for the same corner.
We're going to take 10 shots aiming for the same corner.
See if you can beat me.
See if you can beat me.
The drawing assist change was exactly the same as the Flip, and the exact same sort of processing difference or no difference is evident there as well. The other test I wanted to try was log video. I did it a couple of weeks ago, maybe a bit longer, when the beta sort of first got log video, and the S24 Ultra exported the correction of the color faster then. So I wanted to see if this beta has made it any faster again, or if there's been any sort of leveling out of the playing field. So I color corrected the same clip on both of my kids on a ride at SeaWorld, and then hit save copy. And again, the same thing happened. The S24 Ultra was faster at exporting the log video that's been corrected with color versus the S25 Ultra. Baffling, really baffling. The other things to compare to sort of complete this notion that the oneui 7 on the S25 Ultra is currently worse than the betas are things like charging animations. It's a tiny detail and one that I'm really not bothered by. It's not something that I've ever put much stock into, but people do seem to care. And yes, the S24 Ultra and the Flip 6 both have the final smooth retraction animation when it comes to charging. Whereas the S25 Ultra, not only does it have the older pill-shaped battery icon, but it also doesn't really have an animation that's smooth and retracts into itself in the final version. Normally, the full version of oneui would have been out well before the flagship got released, meaning the beta and the final version would have had all the bugs and time to iron them out, and then the S25 Ultra would have come out with 7.1 and some new features attached to it, whereas that hasn't happened this year. It's almost felt like the oneui 7 on the S25 series was still not the final version. And then the beta on the S24 and Flip and Fold, they're testing the final version. So when they get updated, the S25 series can get it as well. Likely though, the majority aren't going to be bothered by this. There is going to be the minority, like myself and other people in this tech community, that'll be paying attention to this more than the general population. What it does, and what it shows me, and what I'm here to analyze, is that Samsung probably wasn't ready for oneui 7 when the S25 series launched. But they still obviously needed to launch oneui 7 then because that's what they said at SDC. So they released it knowing full well that they still had time with the other devices to beta test, so when they're ready, everything gets updated to effectively 7.1 at the same time, even though it's not going to be 7.1. Curious to know what everyone's thoughts are on this. I know I've got some thoughts already from my previous oneui 7 video, but the performance difference here is quite alarming, so curious to know what your thoughts are. Hit subscribe whilst you're down there leaving a comment, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Yo!